commander-in-chief just moments ago promising success in the U.S.-led coalition against ISIS. Within the hour, the president addressed the globe from the White House, saying the ISIS mission is not another ground war like Iraq or Afghanistan. No U.S. forces will be in combat, but his administration needs flexibility in unforeseen circumstances. The address comes just hours after the president asked Congress to authorize this war. For more, let's head right to Washington and our senior correspondent, Jessica Murphy. And Jess, the U.S. has been pounding ISIS with airstrikes since last summer. This proposal, though, before Congress is largely a framework for this mission going forward, a unified strategy, as President Obama calls it. So walk us through some of the key points here, Jess.
Well, first off, in that brief statement, as you noted just moments ago, the president requesting Congress support him in his efforts and in his resolution for this use of force against ISIS. Of course, saying very clearly that this would be a limited operation, not authorization for another ground war like that one that was seen in Iraq, that was seen in Afghanistan, that took over a decade. Now, he did say, however, that missions like these are dangerous and that he is preparing for unforeseen circumstances. Take a listen.
If we had actionable intelligence about a gathering of ISIL leaders and our partners didn't have the capacity to get them, I would be prepared to order our special forces to take action, because I will not allow these terrorists to have a safe haven. So we need flexibility, but we also have to be careful and deliberate.
Now, Beatrice, a few of the key points in this draft joint resolution that was sent earlier today to Congress. It denies the use of U.S. military in, quote, enduring offensive ground combat. You'll see there is that wiggle room in that language. It's also, unless renewed, it expires after 3 years. There's also no geographic limitation, so it's not necessarily isolated to the current mission in Iraq and in Syria. Now, this will be the first time since 2002 that Congress will vote to give a president authorization for a military operation. The last one, of course, was under George W. Bush when he asked Congress to back him in that original mission to Iraq.
We've heard, Jess, the president continuously using the words degrade and destroy when it comes to ISIS. In this mission, there's been a lot of disagreement whether the U.S. and the coalition is actually succeeding in degrading ISIS capabilities. But I want to ask you now about reaction. How are congressional leaders reacting to this proposal put forth by the president?
Well, Beatrice, on both sides, a certain amount of skepticism, and that's why the president is coming out asking for unity, asking for Congress to get on board in a bipartisan manner. There has been a lot of talks between both groups, his national security advisors going and trying to woo congressmen and women onto his side onto the side and with this draft resolution. On the Democrats' side, there are doubts and concerns over how broad the draft resolution is. They are worried that Obama may be sending American troops into what could be another quagmire in the region. As for Republicans, they are just skeptical overall of Obama's strategy to target ISIS. Beatrice.
Even disagreement, Jess, when it comes to how long the debate will actually happen. Some folks thinking a vote could happen in March, others thinking it could go much longer than that. Appreciate your reporting on this story, Jess. That's our senior Washington correspondent, Jessica Murphy in D.C.